So talking about your success story in your business, when you started doing your own stuff, do you remember any kind of project which you did and then it fall apart, like it had problems or something like that? Any story to relate?
No, it's not like a fall apart, but sometimes it comes to halt.
Okay.
You know, I was working on Hampton Inn project, and there were some problems in terms of the contractor from other state and things kind of. And once they don't know what we are, you know, local problems are, in terms of the labor problems and union and those kind of things, it's getting to problem kind of. But you know, there is always a happy ending kind of. You know. Yeah, you have to work it out, problems, you know.
Yeah. So what are the like techniques that you use to work out those problems? Like, is it people techniques? Is it your knowledge helps? What helps when you kind of get into a problem?
Oh, you mean to solve the problems?
Yeah.
Is one thing I learned, if I don't know, I'll go to somebody who knows it.
Okay.
You know, that's the way you work kind of. If I know, well and good. If I don't know, go to somebody who knows and get the answer from them.
Help, yeah.
And that's how you solve the problems. You know, there is nothing like just try to, like I said in the beginning, and you know, what you call that, master of all trades, you know.
Right. Can't be master of all trades. Right.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. So you don't want to be that way. You know, don't want to take that route. Be straight. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. You know, that's how I believe, kind of. You know.
Okay. So any other learnings that over a period of like this 24 years you came across something like that? Anything that you could relate to as a story which your audience can also learn from?
Like I said, every day is a learning process. We learn kind of. Right now I'm taking some classes at Harvard University about the sustainable design. You know, everybody talks about green, everything green kind of, you know, but what this green is, you know, and that's what to, I mean, I can read here and there, but if you try to do haphazard way, you know, you never get to the point where you want to learn something.
Right.
So I decided, okay, I'll commit myself for that much time. Every week, Monday I have a class to go, you know, so okay, you know that you have to go, you have to learn, you know, talk to the lecturers, professors, their guest comes, there are so many students, questions, answers, so that's better way to learn, I feel.
Okay, so you are taking some classes to learn the green building.
Right, right.
And you plan to doing something green stuff in the future?
We say, depends, yeah, we try to apply those principles,
right,
or the materials that are green kind of, but again, many times the clients, you know, somebody wants, somebody don't want.
Because it's costly, right? I mean,
it is not costly. If it's well planned, then it's not costly. It's a material to material. Okay. Instead of using this, you use this. Cost-wise, it's not, somebody say 4 or 5% plus minus here, there kind of, but it's not, it's very small factor in terms of the price.
Right.
But at the same time, the long term,
over a time,
there benefits there kind of. You know, energy, for example. You know, if it's done right, proper insulation and this and that, you save the energy.
The company also, who is building, who is owning that.
Yeah, moreover, like, you know, you look at it, the whole society has been so wasteful, kind of. You know, I mean, I'm blaming our Indian community or American community, but basically, the train was set up in such a way that, see, for example, when I came, I was coming from Logan Airport, I saw outside, came out of the tunnel, all buildings were lit. You know, you don't need at night time so many lights and all that kind of. You know, so now people have realized that it's about time to save our energy, you know. So there are so many different energy sources and things kind of, you know, see, when we are designing our buildings, always I want to have maximum light in the house. Lights, you know, daytime you don't want to put the, you know, light bulbs and things kind of, because you're saving that electricity, at the same time you're using solar energy. Not only that, you are having a nice atmosphere inside the house. Right. You know.
The real estate crisis that we are seeing here in the country, I mean, the whole financial crisis, does it affect the architecture business, not only you, but across the country?
Yes, in general, yes. You know, I'll be lying to you if I say, oh, my business doesn't affect. You know, it's like it's a domino effect kind of. If there is no money, bank doesn't give money. If bank is not giving money to the people, people cannot build. people are losing their jobs, so they're not thinking in terms of building something, how to put the food on the table, that's they're worried, how to pay mortgage, they're worried about that, somebody's kids going to college, how to pay the college fees. Those are the aspects, more important priorities rather than building a home or addition, right.
Okay. So, is it like, I don't know, are you able to relate to this, or are you seeing more lesser business on the personal individual home building side or on the commercial building side?
It affects both way. I mean, for residential, commercial, both kind of.
Okay.
It's not only one thing kind of, again, there are people who might be building too. Those who already planned, those who are already in that process.
Right.
So you see some still high-rise buildings and things still going in downtown.
Still going on, right.
So the things that are already in process, they don't want to stop. Money is committed kind of. But I won't be surprised, sometimes some project stops in the middle too.
Okay.
If there's no money coming from anywhere, so they have to stop sometimes.
So, any good lesson from your life back in India? Like, you grew up in India, you studied in India, so your family values and all those things which helped you build a business here. Can you share that?
Tell you the truth, from my family there was nobody in the business.
Okay.
This was the first experience for me, and I had to learn from ABCD kind of, like business ABCD kind of, nobody to tell, and still I don't feel I'm a good businessman. It's just a matter of, because we focus on work.
Right.
Money is like, it will come, it will go, as long as I can pay my bills, office, that's all I care. A lot of people might think that this is very, money-making business, or they have wrong perception about that kind of thing.
Okay.
Because the amount of time that we spend for any project and the money that we get, by the time we finish the project, the money is gone.
Money is gone.
That's how it happens kind of. Okay. One time I was designing this about $6 million home in Long Island, New York. I happened to open my mouth to tell him to come to Boston and stay with me.
Okay.
His house, his bathroom was 4 times than the bedroom I gave it to him to stay.
Okay.
So it becomes sometimes embarrassing kind of. People think it may be very, we make a lot of money and things. I had bought the house in 1976 and I still live in the same house.
Okay.
That tells you the story kind of. We make our, living. That's basically, as long as you enjoy it, that's all it matters to me.
And I mean, as you told earlier also, that your main aim is not to make money, or it is more to bring people's dream to reality.
Right.
So I think as long as you are doing that, as long as you are building people's home, I think.
Right. Believe me, it is the greatest satisfaction when people, they, enter the house, because we start from the scratch, from the lines, we are thinking, but at the same time I'm thinking what is good for them, not for me.
Not for you, right.
It is not my ego. I'm not going to live in that home. What they are thinking, to capture their dreams, ideas, what they are thinking is very important to me. So when I'm talking to them, I'm listening very carefully what they, what they are thinking in their mind. We got to be like a psychologist kind of thing to think what they are thinking.
To think that and then to bring it to into the architecture.
And then, bring into reality, that's the biggest challenge to us.
Right.
And I mean, I have been very fortunate enough kind of, it's not that everybody is happy. Once in a while you'll come across somebody who may say, no, you're not doing good job. But I can, I mean, most of the time, I mean, I'll say 99% I think I have done well, kind of.
Okay, that's good. So I understand, like, from architecture perspective, I mean, I may be wrong, but the 3 most important things that you need is like creativity, hard work, and then knowledge of the building, right? So what is the most important, I mean, which is the most priority that you will get to?
The basic thing is the knowledge to know how to design it.
Okay.
Once you know, once you have that knowledge there to create, then you bring your creativity into that, you blend kind of knowledge and creativity. This comes together kind of.
Okay.
But basic knowledge, that's why we go to school to learn,
right.
What are the basic principles. Once we know the basic principles, then
can
you
apply
see
your own creativity.
Right. He's just like for a little baby, how to stand. Once he's know how to stand, then start to walk.
Right.
That's how we, once we have the knowledge, we can go from there.
Further from that.